2, want to bring you the latest developments now on the coronavirus concerns. Both national and local officials are continuing to stress that the risk of being exposed to the virus is low. The CDC reporting as of yesterday, there are now 423 cases in 35 U.S. states.
So that's 3 in Rhode Island, still unchanged since Friday. Still, Governor Raimondo declaring a state of emergency yesterday, saying it will allow the state to access additional resources if necessary. More on that in a moment.
New overnight, China's president made his first trip to Wuhan since the outbreak first started. The number of new infections in China is at its lowest level now in more than a month. However, in Italy, officials have put the entire country on lockdown.
In Washington, President Trump has not been tested for coronavirus. That despite coming in close contact with 2 congressmen who are now self-quarantining after coming in contact with a patient. Today, the president meeting with Republicans to discuss economic relief.
This is a day after Wall Street suffered its worst day since the 2008 financial crisis. Eyewitness News reporter Erica Ritchie live on the Breaking News Center, though, with some promising news for investors heading into trading today.
Well, the good news is we've started seeing some of that relief in the Asian markets. Many of the regional benchmarks gaining more than 1%, and we've seen those oil prices that plummeted yesterday beginning to rebound. Now back here in the United States, the U.S. stock futures jumped more than 800 points after the Dow ended the day yesterday with its biggest point drop in history, closing Monday down 2,000 points, its worst day since the 2008 financial crisis. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin blames it on the unprecedented move in the oil markets. Yesterday, Saudi Arabia waged a price war against Russia, causing oil prices to plummet to a 4-year low of $27 a barrel. That was in response to Russia refusing to cut oil production in response to slowing demand from coronavirus fallout. It was a domino effect. This morning, oil prices have rebounded slightly. That's some good news. Last up almost about 8% this morning. Despite the roller coaster market, though, Secretary Mnuchin says this is not like the financial crisis of 2008, and plans are in place to protect the American economy.
Our primary focus is there are parts of the economy that are going to be impacted, especially workers that need to be at home, hardworking people who are at home under quarantine or taking care of their family. We'll be working on a program to address that. We will also be working with small businesses who need liquidity through SBA programs. We're looking at alternatives at the IRS.
All right, and Secretary Mnuchin says that those tools that they're looking at setting up there will set up the economy here so that we will be in good shape even a year from now. Right now, though, we are beginning to see effects on the economy here in southern New England. We've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, and many celebrations are hanging in the balance. One of them has already been canceled. We'll talk about that coming up in the next half hour. For now, live in the newsroom, Erica Ritchie, Eyewitness News.